on his way. You've got to believe me, officer. He is coming to Haddonfield.
But the boogeyman is coming for me. And he's coming for you.
You feel it, don't you, Michael?
This is never happened.
You feel the mask.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face, the blackest eyes, the deathless eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, FACCI'S Cinema. How's everybody doing tonight? We're 2 days away from Halloween. Tomorrow's Devil's Night. We're getting closer. Honestly, it just feels like October flew by, if I'm being honest. It just seems like September came and went, and then October came and boom, flew by. Didn't get to watch as many movies as I would have hoped to watch during the spooky season. I'm going to try to watch a couple more for sure. Going to try to watch a couple more. And, you know, got to watch the OG Halloween, of course. I've been saving that one for the end. Watched 2018 today. One of my personal favorites. Very, very cool. You know, it's a good movie. It's one of my personal favorites. I know there's a camp that likes it, a camp that don't, but I really dig 2018. Gives me some goosey bumpies up inside my feels when I watch that movie. But being a Halloween stream, being 2 days away from Halloween, because I'm not doing a stream tomorrow, and obviously not going to do one on Halloween because I'm going to take the kiddos trick-or-treating, figured why not celebrate Halloween tonight, do a Halloween franchise ranking according to Rotten Tomatoes, just like I did for Friday the 13th, and just like I did for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I know it's not the greatest costume in the world, but I did dress up. Obviously, I am, channeling my inner Nelly right now from the early 2000s, back when I was in middle school / high school, wearing the big baggy shirts and the sideways hats and, the sweatbands, the do-rags, all that fun stuff we used to rock back in the day. And I figured, why not? I was sitting upstairs. My son, he's in 7th grade, so he goes to high school. And tomorrow, for the Red Ribbon Week, tomorrow was Dressed Like a Decade. And the decade that he chose was the 2000s. So we were sitting on, Google, Googling a bunch of shit. Yeah, so he's going tomorrow dressed as Nelly as well. So I just figured, why not rock the Nelly look tonight, rock the Band-Aids, spit some country grammar. Been rapping since 1988. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not the biggest rap fan anymore like I used to be back in the day. But, still had to go back to the younger days when, life was easier. You had no worries in the world except for, the test you were going to take the next day, what you were going to do on the weekend with your friends. When you get old and stuff, man, then it gets real. You got to worry about bills and shit and making sure the kids are taken care of and make sure they're at their sporting events and all that jazz. But so just kicking it back tonight, ranking the Halloween franchise again on the channel. I got some digital codes here. Would love to give away some of these bad boys. I have a ton of them. So I would love to possibly give some away tonight for sure as we go along. I don't know, how many people are going to show up, but shit, we're here. We're going to party. We're going to talk Halloween and have a good time because it's Halloween. We're going to have a good time tonight. Corey Cunningham tells it like it is. Even if you don't like him, I do. I love Corey Cunningham. That's my boy. But let's say first and foremost, I would like to thank obviously the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Could not do this without you guys, or wouldn't want to do this without you guys. I know I'm not the biggest channel. I know I don't have the most obviously patrons or channel members, and that is totally cool. And this is people's hard-earned money, so I don't expect to eat for anybody to even do join this. But the ones that do, really, really appreciate it. My newest one, Doomsday's Crypt, joined last night. Can't thank him enough. Amazing, amazing people. Each and every week show out to support me. No matter one of you, 10 of you, 20 of you, it doesn't matter. I really, really just appreciate it very much. Really, really appreciate all the support for sure. And let's say hello to who's in the chat so far tonight before we dive in to this ranking. We got the Other Horror Channel. What's going on? Courtney Reed, one of my great moderators, channel members, Patreons, whatever he wants to be. He is a great dude. Hope you're doing well, Courtney. Hope the fam's doing good. Because when they're in the club, we're all fam. You know, we got Adrian James. What's up, Adrian? We got Big Rod in the house because he is bigger than you could ever imagine, ladies and gentlemen. We have Eli Cortez, great viewer of the channel and a great supporter of Davey Death Ray, my man Davey. Just streamed last night, but you guys already know that. What's going on? Liana, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. I'm excited. Country Grammar is right, Big Rod. Jamie Hart, what's going on? How are you? Ashton already canceling me because that is what Ashton does. Even though I gave him some love for the Patriots last night. So I don't know why he's going to be hating on me like that. It's crazy. Eli says his daughter asked to be Michael Myers for Halloween, and he teared up a little bit. I get it, man. I understand. I felt the same way when my son wanted to be Michael Myers too, buddy. Buccaneer Bruce, what's up? He said, shit, I am a grandfather at this point. There's nothing wrong with being a grandfather. Nothing wrong with it at all. It also doesn't mean you're old. You could be a young grandfather. You could be a GILF, my friend, a GILF. A grandfather I would like to play football with is what that stands for. So hopefully we can play football. No, I'm just kidding. That's gross. Forget I said it. Just forget I said it. Wash out my mouth. Liana's son's going to be Jason. Nice. I think my sons are going to be, I got two Spider-Mans, a killer clown, and I think my oldest is going to be like an inflatable dragon, maybe, possibly. I don't know. He breaks everything he has, so it's probably broken already. Brooke, ladies and gentlemen, great mod on the channel. Brooke, how are you? Glad to see you in the chat. Courtney forgot he was a Patreon. Well, you know, I shouldn't have reminded you because now you revoke the money. So shame on me. I'm just kidding, Court. You can do it's your money, brother. Use it how you need it. Eli, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that very much. What else we got going on in the Chiz hat? Oh, Liliana! Oh my gosh, became a YouTube channel member. You did not have to do that at all, but that is very, very greatly appreciated. Your name will be on the card for the next stream, which will be next week on Tuesday night, I hope, still, with my dude, Cody Leach. So, gonna be a good time. Glad to get Cody back on, and glad that you supported the channel like that. And, you know, it's got me over here almost falling out of my chair is what it has me doing, Leon. That's exactly what happened whenever you did it. I fell out of the chair. You just didn't see it. I shut the camera off for a minute, and you didn't see the shit happen. You didn't see it go down. But we are here tonight to talk about Halloween franchise. What else? Not just a normal ranking, but a Rotten Tomatoes ranking, which I've had a blast doing. My boy Matt from Mad Blood inspired me to do this. So this is my third one. Big Rod, yes, we gained another one, the greater good. You are correct, Big Rod. So glad to get the support from you guys. Means a lot. For sure. So we got 13 movies to go through. 13 beautiful Halloween movies to talk about tonight. 13. You would think Friday the 13th has 13, but nope, Halloween has 13. It beat it to the punch. Oh my gosh, we got another one. Jamie! Jamie Hart became a channel member. And she is awesome. We love Jamie Hart. Huge supporter in the community. She is amazing. And I didn't fall out the chair again because you guys are watching me right now. So I'm just going to give you guys the entertainment of watching, Franklin for a minute. Just sit back for 15 seconds and enjoy Franklin.
Come on, Franklin. It's going to be a fun trip.
Well, there we go. We got Franklin. He's having a fun trip. He's having a fun-ass time hanging out with you amazing people, and he's in a wheelchair, so he's going to die, unfortunately. Nothing against wheelchair people. I promise. I promise. I promise I do not dislike people in wheelchairs. They just always die in the movies, What do they expect? They're in a wheelchair. A wheelchair! Like in Friday Part 2, when, Vicky comes back in looking for Mark. And then she's like, are you upstairs? He's in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair. Why would he be upstairs? Did he drag his body up the stairs? And the wheelchair just went away? It doesn't make any sense. Not at all. But we're not talking about that. Got me off the subject here. We're talking about, Friday the 13th. We're talking about Halloween tonight. And, ladies and gentlemen, coming in 13th place, the lowest of the low, the bottom of the barrel in this franchise, according to the Rotten Tomatoes critics, which I know they're not a be-all, review place. You know what I mean? We don't even know how some of those critics even get on there because they don't even know what they're talking about, and they don't really like horror movies that much. We know that. But coming in last place, we have, from 1995, one of Lee McCoy's favorite in the franchise, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, with a whopping 8. I repeat, 8%. 8. Do you agree? Do you disagree? 8% on the tomato meter. It is rotten. There's some good things in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. There's some good things in it. Oh my gosh, this is the wrong one. There we go. First off, fall atmosphere in this movie is fantastic. It is a really, 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 really great fall atmosphere environment in this movie. Second, we get a very brutal Michael Myers. Also a pleasure to watch on screen. Played by George P. Wilbur for the second time, and a Michael Lerner. Obviously, they kind of rotate scenes throughout this movie. Paul Rudd is in this movie, making a debut. I'm not sure if this was his debut or if it was in Clueless, but here he is playing Tommy Doyle. Is he weird? Yes. Does he make funny faces? Yes. Michael comes out of that one room and he's just like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's there. He's there. And I love Paul Rudd. So that ups this movie for me just because Paul Rudd is in this movie. The final girl, Kara Strode, she's fine. I'd say she's mid at best. One of the best kills in the entire franchise in this movie, I believe. John Strode, one of the best assholes in this franchise, gets one cool hell of a death. He gets electrocuted in the head explosion. Utterly fantastic. The lab massacre scene is great. Is the plot all over the place? Yes, but it also had to clean up the huge mess from Halloween 5. So it's not all on Halloween 6, obviously. So do I think it's last in the franchise? No, I don't. Not at all. It's a little higher up for me personally, but can I see why some people would have this movie at the bottom of the barrel? Yes, I can. Zodiac Z, welcome to the party. Head on a spike kill at the beginning of the movie. Oh, yeah, when he kills the nurse. That's a good kill. Whenever he snaps that dude with the truck's head around. Another good kill. It's a really, really good kill. Loads of good kills in this movie. Overall, I just think the plot is a little over convoluted. A lot of stuff gets mixed up. No, depending on which version you're watching, producers or theatrical cut, you're getting different endings. Producer's cut, you're getting a little more context as to what's going on. And another plus in this movie, though, the Myers house goes back to basics, and they do a better job of delivering, what a Myers house should look like compared to what we got in Halloween 5, the Gothic Mansion. And, we get the Man in Black in part 5, and we get it answered in this one, ladies and gentlemen. And who is it? None other than the dude from the very first movie in 1978, Dr. Wynn. And then most people were like, I don't remember who that is. Can you please inform me, enlighten me who that is? Because we don't even know. Oh, and one more thing, though. We do get Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance, his last performance as Dr. Loomis, unfortunately passed away, which I wonder if H2O would have been a hell of a lot different if he survived, or not survived, if he didn't pass away. R.I.P. Donald Pleasance, absolutely heart of the Halloween franchise. A piece of the franchise died with Donald Pleasance, in my opinion. There's just never been a character like him to fill that void that has been left. So, I don't know. Do you guys agree in the chat? Should it be last place in the franchise? I'm going to say a lot of you are going to say no, for sure. And what do we got? Okay, so I'm going to first digital code up for, the taking tonight. We're going to go with 1985's Fright Night. Fright Night, the digital code. Anybody wants it, you drop in the chat, and I will deliver the goods, my friends. Deliver the goods for Fright Night digital code, ladies and gentlemen. Up for grabs. Anybody want it? Take it. It's a classic of the 80s. All righty, let's go. We're going to go. Oh, give me a second. Number 12. Number 12 in the Halloween franchise is a movie that when it first came out, I was a young lad. I was 14 years old. No. When the fuck did this movie come out? Yeah, I think I was 14. 14, I believe, when this movie came out. I enjoyed it then. Saw it in the theater, bought it, got it for Christmas that year. But it is a movie that I never want to rewatch. I mean, if it's like on AMC Fear Fest or something, yeah, I'll let it play. But I'm not going to go out and seek this movie to watch. And I am talking about Halloween Resurrection coming in with a 10% on the tomato meter. Good enough for 12th place in the franchise. Do I agree 12th place? No. I do believe that it should be the worst. The worst. I'm not a fan of Resurrection. I am not Buccaneer Bruce. You got it, my good man. You got it. Where? Oh, got my pen here. I'm going to write your name down, and that one is you. Buccaneer Bruce. Here we go. Let me drop this in here real quick. Go ahead and you can go ahead and shoot me an email to, if it pops up on the screen, there it is. Buccaneer Bruce right there. Definitely send me an email to that email address right there, and I will send you your digital code for Fright Night. Congratulations. Great movie. Great movie. But here we go. Halloween Resurrection. We get Busta Rhymes. Ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to show you a little bit of Busta Rhymes in your face right here. Come on. Unless I got rid of that one. That was one of my favorites to play. And I'm thinking, how did I get... No, I didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're about to get killed by the killer, you pull out this shit right here.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
You pull out that shit right there, my friends. You pull out the Busta Rhymes trick or treat, motherfucker. Jeepa Creepa, I mean, if you want to, if you want to, I mean, you probably could do that, man. You probably could do that if you want. What's the Band-Aid for? It's my Halloween costume for the night, Jeepa Creepa. I am Nelly, the rapper from early 2000s, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I am tonight. Jamie's monologue at the beginning of Resurrection is actually pretty good. Probably it is all downhill from there. I'll give you that. The beginning of this movie's not terrible. The beginning of the movie's not terrible at all. The monologue's okay. Michael in the beginning is okay till he turns into a lead singer from Sum 41 when he gets his head hit with the lamp, and then it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, the kills are weak. The special effects in this movie are pretty bad. This kind of got that made for TV vibe, if I'm being honest. I'm not a fan of Brad Laree as Michael in this movie. The mask looks like he's rocking some mascara or some eyeliner makeup in this movie, so I'm not a huge fan of that either. And the final girl's very, very weak. Probably the worst final girl in this whole franchise. Not a very good actress. She has got better from other things that I've seen her in, but in this movie, she is not good. Not at all. Side characters don't really give a shit about, to be honest. It's just going for that found footage craze that was in the early 2000s, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work. So, yeah, I agree. Well, it should be lower in my opinion. This should be last. Should be 13th in the franchise. Unfortunately, it's coming in 12th. So, yeah. It is what it is, you know? Does anybody actually in the chat really enjoy Halloween Resurrection? Because I know there are some fans of this movie. I respect anybody who likes whichever movie in this franchise. Because, I mean, I like some movies that people hate, so I totally get it. But it's just not for me. Once you grow up, Brooke has some fun with it. Brooke has some fun. Oh, wow. Zodiac Z enjoys it more than anything DGG did. That breaks my heart. We're going to talk about those ones soon. We're going to talk about it. Jeepa, Creepa, stand up, do a slow turn. I can't stand up, man. I'll fall off this chair. How do you know I'm not in a wheelchair? Huh? Jeepa, you don't know. I could be sitting in my chair, my power chair. You don't even know. That's why I put so many people with wheelchairs in my clips, because, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I can't stand up and do a twirl. You don't want to see any of this. Nobody wants to see it. All right, so we have up for grabs. It's not better film than 2018, but I enjoy it more. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna drop another digital code in the chat. Whoever wants it, feel free, grab it out. The title of that movie is American Psycho. So if anybody wants American Psycho, let me know and we will get that shit to you. All right, we're coming up on number 11 in the franchise, ladies and gentlemen. We have the smash hit, the smash follow-up to Halloween 4, Halloween 5, ladies and gentlemen. The Revenge of Michael Myers, coming in at 12% on the tomato meter. As bad as this movie is, as bad as Halloween 5 is, I can still have fun with it. I still watch it every year. It's not one I'm going to skip. It goes right after 4, obviously, flows right into it, but then somehow we get a different mask. We get the Nicolas Cage mask. Not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan of the Nicolas Cage mask from Halloween 5. And he never tucks it in. It's always sticking out. Dave McRae has a blast making fun of Halloween 5, and I don't blame him. We get the weird cop music that doesn't fit in. We get the French film director who's bringing like a giallo vibe to this movie. We get the gothic mansion that's nowhere close to the Myers house at all. So it makes no sense. Yeah, and I don't know why they chose this direction. He was going for that artsy flair, I guess. And then the decision to kill Rachel, which is I know is the downfall of this movie for a lot of people, to give us Tina, which yes, she's annoying. Not as good as Rachel, but she is kind of growing on me. I don't think she's as bad as a lot of people make her out to be. But Rachel definitely would have lifted this movie up at least a half to maybe a whole star. And then if Jamie wasn't a mute the entire movie, obviously she went through some traumatic shit in part 4, but to turn her into a mute and then I just don't understand. I don't understand. And then she has like powers to interact with Michael whenever he's doing whatever he's doing. She knows when he's doing it. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about and where that came from. All because she held hands one time. Yeah, I don't know. Movie Metal Rock McDonald. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. Watched Halloween 3 last night, my personal favorite Halloween movie. Oh, despite being called Halloween 3, it actually feels like a standalone movie. Yeah, you're not wrong. It definitely is basically a standalone movie, which is what it was supposed to be. But they probably shouldn't have went the Halloween route unless the original Halloween was going to be a standalone film. And then you could just put Halloween in front of whatever the title was going to be for the anthology series we got. But they chose not to do that. I'm assuming they misled the people on purpose. Obviously, the name recognition got people in the door, in the seats to watch Halloween 3, where they were shortly disappointed when Michael doesn't show up. But if you watch the trailer, you kind of know Michael isn't in the movie. So trailers weren't as readily available back then as they are now. I get it. But come on. Somebody saw a trailer somewhere. You know Michael's not in this movie. But yeah, Halloween 5, number 11. Do I have it down this low? Yeah, I do. It's somewhere around here at the bottom of the ranking for me. Yep, I know, Jamie. They did Rachel dirty. They did her dirty. Let me drink some more. Oh, no, I switched out the apple juice for something orange since we're talking about Halloween. We got some Sunny D tonight. Got some good Sunny D. I love the D. I mean, the Sunny D, not the real D. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. All right. So, moving along. Number 10. Now, this is a movie that I see a lot of people coming around to. I don't know if some of them are just trying to be cool and be different. I know the real ones out there with this movie. The real ones I know appreciate this movie. Nick, Lost River Drive-In, absolutely loves this movie. Davey likes this movie. Lee from Drum Dums likes this movie. I think even Cody Leach likes this movie. I, on the other hand, do not, and it is not in my rotation, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009, 25% on the tomato meter, number 10. I just don't like it. It's just, I mean, I can't even say that I don't like it. I appreciate what he was going for. And, this was Rob's movie, and Rob was going to do what Rob wanted to do. And that is totally cool, and I respect the hell out of it. But it wasn't a Halloween movie. It wasn't a Halloween movie. Yes, it had Michael, but he was... I guess he is homeless in the... Nah, not real. No, he wasn't homeless. He had his own house, I guess. But in this one, he's like homeless. He's all wandering around. He got the hobo coat on, which my boy James Grimm is bringing back. I saw in Halloween Aftermath, which comes out next October. So keep looking out for that. My boy James is working really hard on that movie. So can't wait to watch it. Got Hobo Myers. He only puts the mask on when he's in kill mode. Probably, honestly, my favorite shot of this movie is when he is in the field and those two rednecks and that girl come out to, think he's trespassing, and then they beat the shit out of him. And then he just sits up and the fog behind him as the headlights shine, and he puts the mask on. That is a beautiful shot. Beautifully shot. Nobody said Rob can't do cinematography. That's not the problem. The dialogue's the problem. Don't let him do his own. He'll be fine. Yes, this movie was toned down compared to the first one, so that really wasn't to do with the movie. Do I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 as much as I did when it first came out? No. I mean, I could watch it. I mean, I could sit through it. It has entertainment value in it. Kills are brutal. But I just don't want to. Like, I just don't feel the need to watch it during Halloween, if I'm being honest. So I usually skip that one. But, you know, what never gets old is this. You know what I mean? Right here.
Fuck.
You know, that never gets old. You know, cow. You know, it's a cow, man. It's a cow. What's a cow doing in the middle of the road? It doesn't make any sense. It's not a deer. It's a cow. They should have fences up. That just took somebody's livelihood away. The meat's gone. Unless Michael ate it, because he's weird. And maybe they dragged it away on the white unicorn pony that showed up. Who knows? It's a possibility. It's a freaking possibility. 18 people in here, only 14 thumbs ups. You gotta smash the like button for me. Really helps. I'm not much of an agger for that, but go ahead and click it, man. It's free. It's free. And I appreciate it. It's Halloween. Gotta get some likes on it. So Blu-ray says Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is the most brutal movie in the franchise. I kind of disagree. I think it's second, but I think it's second. Laurie has so much meat on the bone to her character. Yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, she was pretty much just a prototypical goody girl, final girl. And then the second one, dealing with all that trauma. My Killer Podcast. Mel, what's up, you beautiful soul? One of the coolest people on the planet. 1/3 of the Rad Pack, ladies and gentlemen. Herbert, have a good night, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you. Oh, just got here and Fauchman loves the D. I said Sunny D, Mel. Get it right. You're disrespecting me. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, you know, it definitely has its fan base, for sure. It's turned into a cult classic, I guess is what you could say. I'm not in the camp that adores the movie. It's okay, but I don't go out of my way to watch it. So, if you do, totally get it. Totally get it. I respect your opinions for sure. But for me, it's a no-go. I don't agree with this next one, though, coming up on the list. Coming up next in 9th place is Rob Zombie's original from 2007 with a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I saw this one, 3 o'clock showing in the afternoon, got out of class the day it came out when I was in college, shot right over to the cinema. You know, that opening scene, or, you know, towards the opening, whenever he stalks that bully in the woods and beats his ass with the stick, like, that hits different. That scene just made you feel really, I don't even know, some type of way inside. It was very uneasy, very creepy, sadistic, twisted, whatever you want to call it. Sure, he was in Spy Kids, but that didn't give him the right to die. No, but that scene was sick, dude. It was sick. I don't think they used the Halloween theme very well, though, in the beginning. Like, when you see Michael out when he's a little kid and they start playing the Halloween theme, I don't think that works very well. He didn't earn that yet. So they should have saved that for later in the movie, in my opinion. Rob Zombie's Halloween is okay. It's towards the bottom of my ranking because, not that it's a bad movie, but if I want to watch Halloween, I'm going to watch the original. I'm not going to watch this one where we get 20 minutes of terrible dialogue to start the movie, which flows into, you know, the Smith Grove stuff with Dr. Loomis and Michael. Michael does talk in this as a kid. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it, I guess. It's just a little different take. I like Malcolm McDowell's performance as Loomis. I think he was very good in the role in the first one. In the second one, he was just dog shit. But in the first one, he did a really good job. We get Dee Wallace in here. Absolutely love Dee Wallace. My Friday the 13th Jason mask just fell off the wall. Now I'm concerned for my life. Yeah, so we get some, we get the typical Linda, Lori, and Annie shit in the beginning. Danielle Harris is back in the franchise. I know people are probably like, wait a minute, wasn't she Michael's niece and now she's in a different movie? Probably a bad choice. But everybody loves her in the franchise. She's a huge, huge fan favorite, so it made sense that he got her back. Definitely bring some of the old fans back, just in case they weren't going to come back. And I did, whenever I was in the bathroom, I had a Taco Deluxe Supreme talking back at me. Gonna be a while. You mind going back in the yard, drop this beast in peace? Joe Grizzly is a big dude, okay? Ken Foree is a big man. And if Michael didn't have a knife, I think he would have lost right then and there to Joe Grizzly. Joe Grizzly's back in town. Where the crack a check? Joe Grizzly got nice hair, too. I like him. He's a good character. He's probably one of the better parts of this movie. But yeah, so that's where it lies. Would it lie there for me? I don't know. Probably not. I think I have it a little bit lower. Not that we can get much lower. How old was Danielle Harris when she was in Rob Zombie's Halloween? Anyone know? So that was 2007. And she is age. Oh, wow. That's a really good page. It doesn't even know how old she is. What the hell's that shit? It says she was born in 77 or 76. So she was about 30 years old, 29 or 30 when she did that movie. So very beautiful, by the way. Very, very beautiful. Danielle Harris for sure. But that's where Rob Zombie's Halloween lies. Above Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Not actually a surprise at all. So let's see. This next one may be a shocker. Maybe a shocker. Just rewatched it. Just posted about it. Absolutely turning the page in my ranking this movie has. The more and more I watch it and appreciate it. I'm talking 1981's Halloween 2 coming in at 8th place with 33% on the tomato meter. Yeah, it's growing on me tremendously. It's a great follow-up to the original. Flows very nicely from one to the next. Obviously, we get Dick Warlock playing the Shape in this one. Mask looks a little different, even though it is the exact same mask from 78. So, yeah, this one definitely is a fan favorite for most people, is Halloween 2. I know Matt from Mad Blood absolutely loves Halloween 2. It's jumped up my rankings personally. So, very, very much respect Halloween 2. A lot of people say it is the best sequel after the original. And then there's another camp that thinks it's boring and very, very slow and terribly paced. And they have it in the middle of their franchise ranking. Me, it was in the middle, but I think it's slowly creeping up to the top third. So whoever really loves it should be very proud of me for moving it up. So definitely Halloween 2. We get Donna Pleasant's back again as Dr. Loomis. This is Dr. Loomis's movie. Laurie Strode is sidelined for 85% of this movie until the end. She got a nice looking wig on. We get the surprise finger in the butt kill, which, of course, I have that clip right here. Happens to me every time when I go to the doctors. I'm just kidding. I'm not that old yet. Not that old yet. Aaron Click is proud of me for moving it up. Thank you so much, Aaron Click. Thank you so much. Halloween, yeah, it's got great score. I love the synth. That's very nice. The freaking scene at the Elrod's house when he's standing in the back after she's making Harold. I think it's Harold. Is it Harold? Making him a sandwich. You want mayonnaise on your sandwich? How about mustard? Oh, God. And then they show he's now believed to be at large in Haddonfield. And then they zoom and they show the shot when he's standing in the background behind Mrs. Elrod. That is fantastic. And then he goes and kills that other lady for no reason, just to make her have an orgasm face. Because she's like, oh. I mean, a lot of people wish they could do that in real life. Not kill her. Just make her have that face. Or make a woman have that face. Sorry, ladies in the chat. Didn't mean to get like that for a minute, but you know, it's true. Some gentlemen out here wish they could do that. And Michael's doing it in spades. Great atmosphere in this movie. We get the Ben Tramer kill, which is excellent. I'm laughing when it happens, which I'm probably not supposed to, but it's damn funny. Damn funny, in my opinion. So, Halloween 2 is definitely going up my ranking tremendously. And I don't know why I slept on it for so long, because it's really, really good. Let me see what else we got. Movie Metal Rock McDonald says, I haven't seen any of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, but I know Danielle Harris did nude scenes in those movies. The only reason I know that is because of research. Yep, that's what I call it too, buddy. I researched it too, and I closed my eyes because I'm a little boy and I'm not allowed to do that. Watch that. Let's see what else we got. Ben Tramer got extra crispy. That he did. They had to get the dentist out there to get some freaking dental records and shit on that guy. I agree, Aaron. You can sense that small city Illinois feel in that one for sure. I do agree with that as well, especially when they're walking the sidewalk by the little shops. It's a, oh my god! Then they got the sign pointing to the hospital. That just screams small town to me. Works. And we get the first reference of Sam Hain, even though Donald Pleasance said the word wrong. But are you going to argue with Donald Pleasance? And Deputy Hunt's in this movie. He's a fantastic cop in these movies. Finally a cop that doesn't, back away from what's really happening and tries to actually fix the problem with Dr. Loomis. Really, really like that as well. So, another aspect of H2 that I really, really enjoy. That is where H2 comes in, unfortunately, for Rotten Tomatoes. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Another fan favorite, I believe, from 1988. Another film starring Danielle Harris. The 4th movie on this list. And I forgot to mention with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Brad Dourif was fantastic. His performance was great. Best scene in the movie, obviously, when Annie got murdered by Michael Myers. That was a very, very good scene. Felt the emotion. Had to bring that up before I moved on. Coming in 7th place, we have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers with a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. This, unfortunately for me, was one of my movies that was in the top 5 forever. I think it's finally fallen out of the top 4 for me. I don't know what it is about it. Kind of has a little bit of made-for-TV vibes going on in this movie. The mask, I'm not a hater of. I am not a hater of the H4 mask. I know it's the surprise finger in the booty hole mask, so the whole time, and it's like super white. But there's some good shots of this mask within this movie, especially the third act inside the house, the Meeker household in the darkness. It looks really, really good. You get some cool kills in here. Brady's kill, the neck snap when he stretches him out like a giraffe. That's fantastic. What else is good? The fall atmosphere in this movie is good. The gas station scene is really good. I do like the look of Michael in that scene as well with the bandage face. Looked really, really cool. We also get Kelly Meeker in this movie. She has 2 big assets that we don't get to see. It is what it is. I don't own the 4K of H4. But I bet you, I could see where the 4K aspect would take that away. I don't own the 4K. I was hoping they came out with a steelbook at some point. But unless they're waiting for the 40th anniversary, maybe. Then they might drop it, and I'm definitely going to grab it. Because I got steelbooks of the first 3, so I definitely got to get the 4th. And then we jumped ahead to H2O. They made that steelbook. And then they got Rob Zombie steelbooks and steelbooks of the new trilogy. But we don't have an H4 steelbook. I don't get it. Must be waiting to the 40th anniversary. Hopefully that's the case. Metal Rock McDonald. Is it Dwight W. Little or Dwight H. Little? Either way, directed my favorite Steven Seagal movie. He directed Natty Knocks not too long ago. one of those Tubi films. Yeah, that wasn't that good. That movie was not good. Not good. Don't recommend it. Hasn't, a familiar horror movie cast in it, but it's not a good movie. H4, though, obviously a must watch every year. Never gonna skip it. Too much nostalgia for me. AMC Fear Fest again. It's on there. We're watching it. Already watched that one this year. It's a must. It just dropped a little bit for me. I think H2 might have just stole its place, if I'm being honest. So that is where Halloween 4 lands on the Rotten Tomatoes list. Next up, we have number 6. This is finally where we get one of the David Gordon Green movies from that trilogy, which made a boatload of money. I know this trilogy is very divisive. I know there's fans of the first one, fans of kills, fans of ends, and then there's the opposite side that hates those movies. And this is the movie that upon first watch, I was confused. I didn't fully understand what the hell was going on, and I can say I really did not like it. Really did not like it. I'm talking Halloween Kills, 39% on the tomato meter. The only reason it's above Halloween 4 is because the audience score was higher. It was higher. Audience score was a 66, and Halloween 4's audience was 52, I think, or something like that. So that's why it landed at number 6. But Halloween Kills is a movie that I really, really enjoy upon more rewatching. Obviously, you watch it for the kills, not for a plot, not for anything else, because the dialogue is some of the worst in the franchise, for sure. We get the legacy characters back for no reason whatsoever. They don't even serve a point, really. They're there just to be killed. We get Marion back just to say, "This is for Dr. Loomis." Dumb. The hospital stuff in the middle, get rid of it. Making Tivoli out to be Myers, it makes no sense. But the kills are great. The kills are amazing. Some of the best. The firefighter scene, epic. You can't beat that. That is really, really good. Big John and Little John, I love the shit out of them. Absolutely. Big John grabs a little knife. Little John grabs a big knife. Little John is big. Big John is little. You can't beat it. Michael kills some kids in this movie. I mean, he killed a kid in 2018, but he kills more kids in this movie. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He only killed one kid. That kid deserved it because he stole the candy from the Big John and Little John's house.
I stole the whole damn bowl.
Oh, my gosh, man. That's a great scene, though. I do like that a lot. What else? Yeah, Michael looks great. That burn mask is utterly fantastic. James Grimm made me one. He, upgraded my Trick or Treat Studios mask. Fantastic job. One of the best masks in the franchise. That's one thing this trilogy did right. I don't think anybody could disagree. The mask throughout this trilogy was great. The music was great. The music in this movie, no exception, was fantastic. We get more of Allison in this movie, which is always a plus because who doesn't love Andy Matichak? Beautiful. Yeah, there you go, Blu-ray. You're not wrong. The soundstage kill whenever Michael's killing the mob, that's because I think the weather outside was bad and they had to move it inside. So they just put Michael on a spinning thing and he was just killing people as he went around in circles. Terrible. Do not like that at all. The first time that I saw the mob beat Michael up, I didn't hate that. Speaking of which, here's a little taste right here. It's good shit. I actually really like that. I just don't like when he comes back to life like that. And then he pops up behind Karen in the house. I didn't like that. When that happened in the theater, I just was like, what the fuck? Hated it. And then they cut the scene. Obviously, Lori calls Karen. Michael picks up the phone because he knows how to use smartphones also. Someone around him must give him lessons. Yeah, they give him smartphone lessons in the fucking Smith's Grove. Yeah, makes no sense. Oh, man, he was awesome as a supervillain. He was kicking ass. Absolutely fantastic. I watched that. Obviously, watch the movie just for the kills. They're great. Love every single one of them. A movie that went from my bottom to the top just upon rewatches. You know, I just have such a good time with it. Appreciate Michael's brutality in this movie, and that is where it lies right now, number 6, according to Rotten Tomatoes. So let's see. Coming in at 5th place, we have the follow-up to Halloween Kills, ladies and gentlemen. A movie that's very divisive, that most people hate. Halloween Ends. 40% Rotten Tomatoes, coming in 5th place. As you can see, there's a little 3 there. That's where I have it in my franchise ranking. 3, in my opinion. Absolutely love Halloween Ends. Is it a great follow-up to the trilogy? No. No, it's not at all. It should have been a standalone thing after Michael finished what he was doing. Then come back with Halloween Ends, the Corey Cunningham story. Keep Michael out of it altogether, and I think a lot of people would have been extremely, extremely happy. And another thing that I wanted to see, at the end of the movie, obviously, you know, we think Corey's dead. Michael comes in, he grabs him, and then Michael snaps his neck. I would have liked that part to never have happened. Never have happened. He just takes the knife. Corey doesn't do anything. They kill Michael the same way they did. And then whenever the camera zooms back around the house after the fight, Laurie notices that Corey is gone. Corey is gone. Once again, you hear the breathing at the end of the movie. But this time, it's not Michael. It's Corey Cunningham. And then we can continue on with this franchise, except for Corey Cunningham would be the killer this time, and not Michael Myers. I'm not saying continue the Laurie story, though. I think Laurie would have got the hell out of Dodge, and I think that, you know, Allison would have done the same thing, but Corey Cunningham would have been the new boogeyman in Halloween, and we would have gotten a new final girl to follow around. Maybe the next year. That's when Corey came back, started the killings again, and obviously we know it's not Michael, so we get that it's Corey Cunningham. Do you have the list available? The list of the ranking? Is that what you mean? Court? I did have a list available, but I left it in my FedEx truck, so I don't have it with me. I'm just going off of how I got these listed. But Halloween Ends, a personal favorite of mine. No, Court, I don't. Left it at work, buddy. Sorry, man. It's called Ends. They didn't want a Friday the 13th, the final chapter, to Friday the 13th, the new beginning situation. Yeah, I know, but they probably should have done it. Or Halloween Ends should have been something totally different. Halloween Ends should have been a different film, and then come back with the Corey Cunningham story. But they could have named it anything. I don't know what they would have called it, but they should have, for sure. But I love Halloween Ends. I always have. The moment I left the theater, loved it. Watched it again when I got home. Wait, no, that one wasn't on Peacock, or was it? No. Never mind. Halloween Ends wasn't on Peacock. That was Halloween Kills. But if it would have been on there, I would have watched it anyway, because I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So Halloween Ends coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, 4th place in the franchise, we have Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 50% on the tomato meter. Now, this is a movie that people have come around to drastically. Back in the day, back in the 80s when it came out, it was on Peacock too? Okay, then I definitely watched it the same night. This is a movie that, you know, people hated. People hated Halloween 3. It wasn't Michael Myers. Had nothing to do with that Michael Myers. This was a totally different story. This is when John Carpenter was going the anthology route. We got Tommy Lee Wallace directing here. We got a great score in this movie. Probably one of the best. Just screams 80s. Sci-fi horror movie combined into one. Conal Cochran, sinister villain, trying to kill all the kids, sacrificing to the gods. It's an intense, man. It's a very sadistic plot. And Tom Atkins is great. So we get the stash flowing. Stacey Nelkin is in this movie as his love interest, even though she's like 35 years younger than him. We get familiar faces. Nancy Loomis is in this movie. Carpenter likes to keep his family together, when he's a part of movies. You know what I mean? Blu-ray hated it as a kid. It's probably what a lot of people did. And now watch it as we get older, and we absolutely love it. Christian from Planet CHH, he loves Halloween 3. I adore Halloween 3. Just rewatched that the other day as well. Great Halloween atmosphere. Probably has some of the most Halloween stuff in it, really. The Halloween mask, the factory, the town. You don't know who's good, who's bad. We get the Dick Warlock's in it. One of the androids. The opening scene, whenever her dad's just running with the mask and he's trying to evade these guys in suits, and we're like, what the hell? And then they find him at the hospital and they put their fingers in the eyes and they rip his face apart. And then he goes out to the car and pours the gasoline and lights himself up. And that's what kind of ride we're in for, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck ride? Because we don't know what the hell's going on. What movie is this? Where's Michael and when's he showing up? Wait a minute. He's not in this movie. He's not in this movie. Nope, he's not. He's on the TV. He's on the TV because he's getting ready for the big giveaway at 9, ladies and gentlemen. The big giveaway at 9, and I got another one. Digital code here for the Lost Boys if you are interested. The Lost Boys is available. Anybody wants the Lost Boys, let me know. It's yours. Got my 4K up there. Gladly give away the digital code. Buccaneer Bruce saw Halloween 3 in theaters when it came out. Very disappointed. I was 11. Actually got to it when I was about 20. I adore Halloween 3. I saw that when I was younger, obviously, but I already knew a lot about the franchise, so I knew Michael wasn't in it. So it really wasn't that big of a deal to me. And I love the cover art. I love the silhouettes. Silhouettes against the sunset back there looks fantastic. That poster, though, we're kind of like, what are we going to get here? What is this going to be about? But it's a really, really cool shot. Really like this movie. We get Jamie Lee Curtis on one of the speakers in the town. Nice little thing there. I really enjoy Halloween 3. If you don't like it, I kind of get it. But if you haven't seen it in a while, give it another shot. I think you have a good time with it. Because we're going to have a good time tonight, Coming in third place, ladies and gentlemen, a movie that I grew up with. Probably one of the first Halloween movies I've ever seen. I didn't get to see it in the theater, though, because my parents wouldn't take me. 1998's Halloween H2O, Halloween Scream, Halloween on Dawson's Creek, whatever. 56% Rotten Tomatoes, good enough for third place in the franchise. A lot of nostalgia for me, a lot of nostalgia. My wife loves this one, so we tend to watch it a lot more than some of the others in the franchise. LL Cool J, for being a rapper, put into a movie as an actor, did a really, really good job. I like LL Cool J in this movie. Big, round, melon breasts. Oh, what kind of breasts we talking about? We talking watermelon, cantaloupe. It sets the scene. Josh Hartnett, fantastic. Love me some Josh Hartnett. Watch this one and The Faculty back-to-back. Great double feature because he still didn't comb your hair. Still didn't comb his hair. Still a mess. Looks terrible. But I guess kids in the late 90s wore their hair like that. So what are you going to do about it? Yeah, so that's good. A lot of people don't like the iconic symphony score that's in this movie. I dig it. I actually really enjoyed the score. The voiceover, Dr. Loomis. A lot of people shit on that. I don't hate that either. I honestly didn't know it wasn't him until I watched other YouTube channels. So way to fucking ruin it for me. I'm just kidding. I don't care. The mask, that's obviously awful for sure. You get 4 different masks in this movie. One is not even there. It's digitally placed on his face. We get Christopher Durand as Michael in this movie. Chris Durand was a friend of the channel, by the way. He hung out in the chat a few times during some Halloween H2O streams. So, that was really cool. My face lit up when I seen his name in the chat. Yeah, really cool dude. Seems like a very, very nice guy. His performance was fine. Lee McCoy calls him Cat Myers. But then again, Michael was supposed to be like a cat. So I don't really see the problem there, Lee. We're going to have a debate on this movie one of these years. Laurie was great. Her character arc is great in this. One of the best performances from Jamie Lee Curtis in this franchise. She's an alcoholic. Not as severe as she was in Halloween 2018. This is a little bit more realistic. Really, really do enjoy this movie. The kills are a little weak. They are. But yet again, in the original, they weren't that, out there either. They were kind of, tamed back. So this movie was going for a little bit more of the feel of that, I believe. It's just hard to watch it sometimes now, though, because you noticed how the mask changes constantly throughout. That is really, really rough to watch now. Now that you noticed it the first time, you can never unnotice it. In every scene, it just keeps rotating between the alien K&B and the Stan Winston mask, and it's really tough. And I do love the opening of this movie as well. We get Marion back. Her performance in this is way better than in Kills. Opening scene has great fall atmosphere, leaves blowing, pumpkins carving, trick-or-treaters, Halloween decorations. It's phenomenal. After that, California, there's some leaves blowing around. We got a jack-o'-lantern, a little Halloween party going on. I don't know. I really, really enjoy Halloween H2O. It was in the top 5 for a very, very long time, but then the David Gordon Green trilogy came out and kind of messed all that up. But still really like Halloween H2O. Landed in 3rd place. Do a lot of people have it in 3rd? Maybe. A lot of people have it lower. Probably. But still a must-watch every year for Halloween for sure. Alrighty. Coming in 2nd place. 2018, baby. Halloween 2018, 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. Made over $250 million at the box office. Deserves to be number 2, in my opinion. My favorite sequel in the franchise. My 2nd favorite movie in the franchise. Rewatching it still feels like I'm watching it for the first time. Still get the goosebumps. The chill bumps when Aaron's yelling at him at the Smith's Grove. When he puts the mask on for the first time. That one take shot. When he kills, the lady making the sandwich, then goes out and kills the other lady. Absolutely love that scene. Get to meet Allison. Great character. She doesn't do much in this movie, but I do like her a lot. We get Hawkins, Deputy Hawkins, fantastic as well. Killed him in this movie, and then of course people liked him so much they had to bring him back. So it's a good movie. Kills are cool. Michael is scary again. Make Michael scary again. Not to get political on you guys. Michael's huge in this movie. He's huge. Yeah, Michael's great. Peanut butter on the penis for sure. It's definitely on it. It's definitely for the win, because who doesn't put, if you're a man and you don't got peanut butter on it, are you even a man at all? Like, come on. It's just some dad humor. Is it the funniest thing in the world? Hell no. It's cheesy. But it's just, I don't know, to like mess with your kid, make your daughter feel so uncomfortable. It works. I like it. Aaron Click says 2018 is his 3rd favorite in the franchise. Hell yeah. It's Blu-ray Addict's 5th favorite. His Carpenter Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween, OG Halloween 2, and Halloween 2018. I respect you putting it in the top 5, buddy. I do. It's a good movie, good kills, good Michael, good mask, good music. We got the band back together with Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis. We get Nick Castle in one scene. You got to bring the OGs back. They did it right. They did it justice. They did play it a little bit safe, but what did you expect them to do? Come out like Halloween Ends like that and then piss everybody off from the get-go? No, they couldn't do that. Couldn't do that at all. So Halloween 2018, second place according to Rotten Tomatoes, and second place according to me. So I agree with them on that one. And obviously in first place, I mean, was it any doubt? Halloween 1978. First place, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Come on. It's a classic. It's a staple. It's named after the holiday. Got a killer in a mask killing babysitters. Simple plot, but it works so well because of the direction from John Carpenter. He added the score, took this movie to another level, because I know whenever they, tested it without it, it didn't work as well. Added the music, blew it out of the water, ladies and gentlemen. Blew it out of the water. Halloween 78 is a classic. It's a go-to. Is it a little overrated? Some people say yes. I adore Halloween 78. Couldn't imagine it not being number one. At some point, I did have 2018 at number one. I know that was a mistake. I undone that mistake, and I moved 78 to its rightful place on top of the throne. Halloween's my favorite franchise. It always has been my favorite horror movie franchise. Is it as fun as Friday the 13th? No, it's not. It's not, unfortunately. But it's Michael Myers, one of the best slashers of all time. Mood, atmosphere in the first movie. Limited budget. Filming in California made it feel a little bit like fall in the Midwest. Yes, we see some palm trees. Yes, they messed up some shots. But we can overlook that for the classic this movie is. And I just don't understand the people that really don't like this movie. It's so simple, but so creepy. A man killing people for no reason at all. No motive. No brother-sister storyline. Just killing. Motiveless. Just to kill. And then the beginning of the movie, I mean, come on. A little 6-year-old Mikey killing his sister. They zoom out. Get that tableau shot. Parents are standing there like, what the fuck? That's my son, and he just killed our daughter. Well, they don't know that yet, but they will. The knife is bigger than he is. It was a blast of a movie. I saved it for Halloween night. So Halloween night, I'll be kicking back with the wife watching Halloween 78. And it deserves to be number one in this franchise, and it will probably always be number one because I don't see anything else ever topping it. It's basically impossible. It's not like other franchises where some sequels are better than the original. No, not this way. Not this way at all. It's Halloween 78 above all, and that's the way it'll probably always be. Ranking the movies on singular entities is hard, but my favorite timeline will always be 78, H2, and H2O. That's a good timeline. That's a really, really good timeline. I do like that one a lot, but I think mine would probably just be 78 in 2018, and just I'm not going to include kills in it. I like kills, but I would just go with that. 78, 2018, call it a day. Because when I first saw that movie, 2018, I just assumed Michael was dead. I thought that was the end. He's killed in the basement. There's no more. No more Halloween. But then, of course, you stay after. You hear the breathing. And then we get the news dropping. We're getting Halloween kills and Halloween ends. Excitement goes through the roof. Every YouTube channel, horror YouTube channel, is talking about it. And I'm there watching them all. Lee, Dave McRae, Wham, watching them all, wanting to know all the details about Halloween. It's a great franchise, and it'll always be my favorite franchise, I think. I know Scream is climbing up there for me for sure. I really, really love Scream, the Scream franchise. I love Friday the 13th, but I always go back to Halloween. Always go back to Halloween. But those are the Halloween movies ranked worst to best according to Rotten Tomatoes. I will go through them one more time for you guys. 13, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. 12, Halloween Resurrection. 11, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. 10, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. 9, Rob Zombie's Halloween. 8, Halloween 2 from 1981. 7, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. 6, Halloween Kills. 5, Halloween Ends. 4, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 3, Halloween H2O, 2, Halloween 2018, and number 1, Halloween 1978, all based on Rotten Tomatoes critics rankings, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see my personal ranking, there are, I don't even know, maybe 2 or 3 videos on the channel of me ranking the Halloween franchise. Definitely check those out and let me know. Let me know your ranking down below. Even if you don't want to do the whole franchise, just do top 3. Do top 3, top 5. I would love to know your ranking, and we can have a discussion down below, because comments down below go a long way. Usually the live streams, you don't get too many comments. YouTube kind of kills it after like a day or two after the live stream, and then nobody gives a shit about it. So leave a comment right after this is over. Just drop a comment. Let me know your favorite Halloween in the franchise, top 3, whatever you guys want to do. It's going to be a great Halloween night on Thursday. Probably going to Carve a Pumpkin tomorrow night. Probably going to watch another Halloween movie tomorrow night. Halloween's, it's a great month. It is a month that makes you feel like a kid, in my opinion. Just something about Halloween just really, really is amazing. And I love Halloween so much in October. Then we're going to go into Thanksgiving. It's going to be a fun time. I like Thanksgiving as well. An underrated holiday, I think. Something about Thanksgiving Day. Watch the Thanksgiving Day parade. Have some good food. Watch some football. It's a good time. And probably watch Thanksgiving, because that movie's badass. But yeah, so next Tuesday night, Cody Leach and myself will be back. We're going to be doing a top 10 ranking of John Carpenter films. So, a perfect follow-up to Halloween. Next month, also going to be working on getting Christian from Planet CHH back on the channel. We're going to be doing another episode of Start Bench Cut with Davey Deathray. Lots of cool stuff coming up on the channel. Anything you guys ever want to see on the channel, any guests you want me to try to get, please let me know. Might try to get Lee from Drum Dums back on again next month. It's going to be a fun month for sure. Hopefully everybody that stopped by tonight has a great Halloween. Enjoy your family. Enjoy horror movies. Enjoy trick-or-treating. Whatever you guys are doing, be safe. Take care. Be scary. And I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out tonight. Watching this video, liking the video. If you're new, subscribing. Couldn't do it without you guys. Really, really appreciate all the love. Yeah, and before you guys do leave, if you haven't already, just go ahead and like the video. And like I said, comment afterwards. And enjoy Halloween. Soak it up. Do whatever you want to do. And I'll leave you with, we'll leave you with Halloween Kills Michael kicking some ass. Hey, Victor. Welcome in. Goodbye also, Victor. Goodbye, chat. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week.
Come on, Franklin. It's gonna be a fun trip.
We got this, Karen.
I always thought Michael Myers was flesh and blood, just like you and me.